MCC 29 is finally announced, and let's just look outside real quick. Oh yeah, it really says gullible over there, right there. Yeah, it really said right there. This is Duechayapol, and welcome back to Behind the Dome, the show where we, of course, do not run down the subreddit like every video, every day or so. But yeah, anyway, that's free content, so why don't I do it? Yeah, I don't fancy it. Okay. So, as you have already been aware, MCC 29 is finally announced after around 3 months of waiting. Like, really, it is a long wait, but not as long as 2021. So, yeah. The event will be on Saturday, March 18th at 8 PM GMT. Yes, we are still in winter time, so yeah. And that also comes with the live show. The live show will be also on an hour earlier at 7 PM GMT at the same date. And then we're gonna go live the pre-show and all that kinds of stuff. If you don't know what MCC Live Show is about, you can check out the past live shows in the live section of MCC Live Show. And for those who are wondering, yes, it is an hour long, not 45 minutes. You wonder why? Well, better check out on the day, because there's some good things there that makes it an hour instead of 45 minutes. Now then, aside from that, tonight, we will be taking a look at another game in MCC 28, of course, as well as your decided team for the look back later on in the show. But for now, here's some good old analysis of a game that is really the toughest of them all, like took out in the tournament. Here's MCC 28's Sense of Time.
I guess I'm gonna have to head back. I feel like
45 seconds left. No sand.
Oh, and I see the blue vault. It's down the final path that I didn't.
Can you get it? Can you get it?
I can't. I can't make it back in time. There's no shot.
Come back.
Before we begin, let's make this clear first. As with the last time I did this type of video, I will say this again. Sense of Time is a hard game, and people make mistakes plenty of times in the game itself. The videos or the segments about the game are not to make fun or pile on any content creators who make those mistakes, but to point out them and see what could have been done and try to learn from those mistakes. Those mistakes are indeed harsh, but if you took into consideration, it is a learning journey at the end of the day. Okay? Cool. Last event, Sense of Time, was played as the final game in the event, same as with literally every other time the game is played. However, this time, it is an intense one indeed, and a little bit better than last time, as with drastic improvements from some players.
We're on the last. Just
okay,
bait,
right,
just
I can't swim through that. Oh god.
You're good, aim. You're good, Ray, you're good.
Oh, you jumped through that hole.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself!
So, as last time, we will go over the teams from the bottom to the top and see what they could have done better. Right, let's crack on with the Simmers. Let's just say that compared to their last time, it was actually better, as they always escaped. Like, hey, that's the bare minimum, I would say. Now, with the low amount of coins and the time spent in the map, as well as a close escape from Sasha.
To the right.
Yeah, it's on the other side. It's on the other side.
Oh my
no.
god. Good save.
Oh,
What? Looked like there was
Good
nothing
save.
I wouldn't have made it! It really depends on exploring new paths as well as finding snow. Sasha literally carries the team in this game as she explores more of the path, while James struggled to escape a tight scenario. Again, Vault Hunters might help on choosing danger and etc. I don't know. And Zeus being too focused on the puzzles and hub-related games rather than exploring a path, as he is technically a runner. Leave those jobs to Gruon, as he is the Sandkeeper and to help maximize the time in the game itself. Also, just have chat do the word puzzle, okay? Great, just, you know, skim through it and let chat figure out and come back. I don't know. Right, that's 360 coins from them, but unfortunately low amount of coins. Next is cerulean candy canes. Now I have to say, it was so close. Seriously, so close for them to be safe and continue for like 60 seconds or so. Now for those who are wondering and asking, Pearl did well in the game compared to her time in MCC 27. Yes. Now the only thing, and that's not her fault at all, is the red key. Puffy passed by it. Puffy is the Sandkeeper, and other than that, other than, you know, solving it, she just passed it. She waits for the chat to answer to the key itself, which of course can be a while, because, you know, they have to get back to you and such. But yeah, again, do it yourself, do the puzzle, and have chat just figure out and come back. That's already what you need to do. It is always encouraged to do the puzzle when you are the Sandkeeper yourself. Also, she holds the green key to the green vault, which, if you have been watching Sands of Time a lot, the green vault is always located near the spawn. So yeah, that's a missed opportunity for more coins and potentially more snow right there. And for Martin, after giving Puffy his 2 snow blocks, he risks himself in exploring deeper into his current exploring path, while there's around 60 seconds left. Either he should spend time coring the tunnels briefly for more snow, for Pete, or wait until they want to escape. This will prevent him from being locked in, as the net of exploring the path there, with the time allocated of 60 seconds, is only 1 snow. And Pete, man, that was a split second and right there, similar to like MCC 17 blue. But wow. Time save of not killing mobs could not help him in this case, as it gives some time window of when he went the wrong way. It was really an unfortunate risk, but yeah, damn. Next is Yellow Yetis, and let it be clear, even though Cup did make the urgency clear of the snow timer,
That's 45 seconds, no sand, 45 seconds, 45 seconds.
Sam really greeted himself by exploring a path when there's only 45 seconds left. Yeah, man is really greedy when it comes to maximizing his time in the dungeon. H-Bomb on the other hand, very struggles on the red key puzzle, taking him a minute to try and solve it. What he should have done in that scenario as well is to have Cup doing the puzzle early in the game, as he has the snow and all the time to figure out the puzzle with the snow on his hand. This is really the same trend as with Sapphire and Cerulean, with one of the runners wasting valuable time on the red puzzle itself, not delegating it to the Sandkeeper. This causes Ace to miss out on some snow that they could have potentially get when exploring more paths. And for Foes, yeah, she was being too careful with the mobs in the game and not dealing with them too much, which caused her to yield less coins than expected. With Ball Hunters, she may potentially be more comfortable in dealing with mobs in those scenarios. Yeah, this seems another fortunate one indeed, but again, it is a learning experience for everyone and the last 2 teams. Then we have Pink Presents. This time, it's about some lack of skills when it comes to mob management, with 2 of the 3 runners not being too experienced on that. Blushy struggled in the same section as False, as was wasting 2 minutes on the red puzzle itself, which can be delegated to Sniffrish, their Sandkeeper. Ludwig also struggled in the same section and going to the same section as Blushy, as Blushy did not mark her section off. Ludwig also can't figure out how snow looks. Yeah, snow is animated this time, so that should fixes the problem, right? This team's flaw is really down to marking paths and experience in dealing with mobs in general. This is why markers are very valuable to guide if a path is explored or not. And without markers, that could lead you to waste time in someone else's path that was unmarked, and that leads to less coins and less snow. This team did okay, but man, the marker was the one that makes or breaks this team quite a bit. Now, the next 5 teams were really close in coins, and it all comes down to minor mistakes. First, Gingerbreadman, purple. Man, the green vault should have been for Scott's. Scott could have unlocked the freaking vault instead of you wasting time and get the green vault that is all the way inside the hub. It's around the hub, Scott can get it, okay? Yeah? Yeah. For Becky, she had a path diff moment where she explored a path that yields low amount of coins compared to the others. Also, target blocks, coin blocks, yeah. But other than that, aside from Impulse still being new to the game, as well as with Becky, it was a pretty alright snooze of time, compared to Becky's last time in Rising, where it was an unfortunate one. Second is Purple Penguins. Now this team is all about the lack of snows. While this team has the highest amount of coins gathered per time, it all comes down to the snows themselves. And that could be maximized if Velvet does not struggle on the puzzles. Yep. As with the other teams, the problem lies on the puzzle itself. Bad should have done it. Yeah. If Velvet were to explore the dungeons and let Bad do the puzzle, then the team could gather more snow, and thus more time to explore and get coins other than ones from the vaults that they are focusing on. But otherwise, their dreamlike strategy of rushing to vaults worked and got them to the top 5 of the game. Third is Mid Mistletoes. While Sylvie and Hannah explored the dungeons pretty well, Shovel was struggling to find the right path for her. The paths that she explored were plenty of parkour, and parkour, and parkour. Yeah, she should have skipped those parkours and let Sylvie or Hannah, who are good at them, to try and complete them. But other than that, even though they let Hannah, a runner, did the red puzzle, but it turned out to be a good sense of time for them. Fourth is Emerald Elves. Now, Illumina was the one who did the red puzzle, but this time, compared to literally the other teams, the man did the puzzle very early, very fast. Like, really fast, so he's out of ordinary on that. I mean, he's a top 1 for season 2 anyway, hey, yeah. Otherwise, this team could have maximized their time if Jack would have gotten the blue key first. What Jack should have done, as Tommy was the blue vault runner, is to call out if he saw any blue markings on the wall. If yes, tell Tommy immediately to go to his path, and him exploring the path that Tommy was in, or have Tommy and himself come back to spawn and exchange the keys immediately. This could help not waste time when the blue vault is discovered. But other than that minor detail, this team did very well indeed. And before the first place team, we have Teal Turkeys. Now while the rest of the teams did well, with Sneaks doing the okay, all of these teams so far, Sandkeeper, no red puzzle. Yeah, wow, I guess the runners and their chats are good at puzzles, I guess. But aside from that, Jardong was really struggling on getting that blue vault, as with his path being very branching. What he should have done is, well, try to minimize the time to get to the vault as much as possible. That means skipping some mobs, leaving like only 1 per spawner, and also focusing on following the blue markings. And yeah, it should be okay from there. But at the end of the day, it really is a path diff, and it is a wise choice for him to not go for that vault when he found at the end, as with the timer being low at that point. But besides that, the team did well, despite that blue vault. And finally, Red Reindeer. And this is the first time that I would say this. There really is little to nothing to pick on about for this time round. Like, literally, they tried their very best to maximize the game, and they did it well. But one thing to point out, and it really depends on the players themselves, is with the Golden Vault. With Jojo finding it, it really is a choice between A, either going for it with all those coins, B, going for it but banking the coins. 842 coins will be banked when it's already deducted if she were to go for that route, or C, just not risking it at all. Jojo chose the third option of not risking it, and with around 140 seconds left, yeah, it could be wise to pick that choice, even though it could have gotten around 950 more coins from the gold vault when you compare to when Dream opens the gold vault in MCC 22, which also, by the way, is 803 divided by 2.5, then multiplied by 3 for the 950 coins I mentioned, okay? Yeah. And as well, Jojo choosing the third option is a better option as well, as with, you know, that parkour warrior finish. Yeah, it could be tense for with those jumps in the lava park, yeah. But overall, little to nothing to pick on about this time, aside from that ultimatum. And also, that last second clutch by Gem is one of the greatest clips in MCC, I would say.
Should we just bank?
Run, bank, bank,
Let's go.
bank, bank,
Okay,
bank.
bank.
Oh my gosh,
Go,
I
go,
do
go,
not
go.
know if I'm gonna make
You've
this.
got it. You got it.
You make it, you make it, you make
Just
it.
run. Just run. You've got it. You've got it.
You make it.
No, the skeleton. The skeleton boost. The skeleton boost. Yes! 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 Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh my god!
And that's it. Now, what do we learn today? Well, first is that dreaded red puzzle. If the runner is really confident that they could complete it in under a minute, then go for it. If not, have the Sandkeeper do it. You will waste your time focusing on the puzzle if you spend way too long and you are the runner. Second thing is the mobs. Try to leave only like one mob per spawner, as killing can equal to wasting time going through the paths. But if it accumulates to like many and many, then yeah, you can kill some of them. Mob management is the key here. And finally, communication and decision making are the keys here in the game. If you're not good at parkour, don't do it and leave the others who are confident to do it. If you are on the blue path and someone else who is focusing on the blue vaults have the key, switch positions with them. Either way, this game is still a hard game, and it is tough to make some decisions on the spot. Oh boy, I can't wait for the next season's Sands of Time. As I mentioned earlier, those mistakes made by the players are really harsh ones. But bear in mind, again, it is the reality, and we learn from those mistakes, and that it is mentioned so that it is a learning experience at the end of the day. Alrighty. Now, last week, you have decided that the green Geckos from MCC Rising will be featured in Behind the Dome this week. So, here it is now. It is the most hyped team throughout the entire event, as well as the most popular team out of literally everyone in the MCC Rising roster. So, here's Green Geckos.
Anyway, your pictures are great. Let me just read over the requirements. We've all got parental permission, right? Max?
1 second. Mom, can I play Minecraft?
Green Geckos is probably one of the most popular teams out of any in MCC Rising, besides the Cold Crew and the Orange Osters, of course. This team is a mixture of chemistry and chaotic energy that still persists up to this date. But what's the story behind the team? And what do they do now? So, to start off, team members. Now, this team is closely related to the likes of modern content creators like Tubbo, for example, with their collaborations in various SMPs, dominantly on the Bear SMP, with 3/4 of the team, MC, Bilso, and Ollie Hikey Me. Max GG's on the other hand is also dominant in the same space. Well, just chatting streams, of course, to be exact, as well as some occasional Minecraft content there in the past, including meeting the content creators in the same space. He is also the youngest MCC player in existence. This team, of what I called in the team introductions, was an anticipated one, as we were requested the gang from the Bear SMP to be in the tournament for so long. And that with this team, damn, it really is perfect. And thus came the event. And we have Tubbo, who of course is there in the beginning. Yes, friendship, am I right?
People
no.
think that
Really?
parkour
Uh-oh.
tag is huge for scoring, but it's really not. So, how it works is,
Bill's gonna be fuming.
They did averagely well in the games that they played, except for, well, their most hated game, and literally any other content creators in that space hated game, Build Mart. Like, come on, dude. Also with the event, according to an admin on the MCC wiki, Sands of Time is also not their game, with MC developing severe anxiety on the game itself. More on that later, and yes, I'm exaggerating here, okay? Their best game in terms of placements was to get to their side, with all his bedwars skills coming into clutch.
It didn't. Why the fuck is my light truck?
I'm getting first. I'm getting first. I'm getting first.
let's go! First!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go!
And Max GG's, of course.
First! 3 birds! If you watch this clip, I love you so fucking much!
So after the event, unlike other teams, they have grown in a way in their own communities, including major collaborations with other very popular Rising content creators, including Tubbo and Ranbu, and eventually become best friends with them throughout the years. First, Max GG's. Now, alongside beating many content creators in the past year, with cooking streams, dates, and many more variety content in there. Yeah, if I have to list everything, then this would take like 10 minutes, so, and I'm lazy, so hey. Max also participated in various other tournaments as well, including TopDead's own Hunger Games tournament and more. And he was really craving for more, with constant tweets begging to join the tournament. Yeah, Alois will really enjoy that. Then we have Hypest. Well, he really went back to his roots and back to his Bedwars streams, but now expanded to more SMPs, as well as involved in many various other tournaments, from the Pizza Hut tournaments to Twitch rivals. He really is a competitive person after all, and also as that, he also played in modern Minecraft servers of MCC Island, as well as Topnet. He's all over the place when it comes to content at this point, of course, which not to say that that is the bad thing, okay? Good. Then we got Bilzo, who is now really well known in the Minecraft space itself, and maybe possibly in contention for a Season 3 debut, canon debut to be exact, at this rate. Who knows really? Now, Bilzo himself, in the recent times, collabed with plenty of people that you may heard of, I think. Yeah, you get what I mean, right? Yeah. With this reason, he moved to Brighton, allowing him to appear in more collabs than ever before. And his content also changed to be heavily more focused on real life streams, from a casual stay at Tubbo's house to an extremes 24-hour stream, where he casually gone bald for his 2023 era.
Oh my... No.
Wait, we're actually doing this?
Tom!
Wait.
Tom! Tom!
Wait, no, look down!
MC. Now, they and Bilso were really two of the content creators who became even more well known after this event. MC themselves is the most prominent one, as they continue their journeys in other SMPs and Minecraft content, from being invited to the Dream SMP to being one of the initial content creators in Area Unknown, along the likes of Hypest, Dark Eyebrows, Katie's, and many more. Which really, that SMP is a lore heavy one, and of course, too many chaos ensued from that alone.
My
Ah, crap. Why?
Amy, shoot it with your arrow. Shoot it with your arrow.
No, 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 no! My billboard!
They, MC, eventually become closer known in the Minecraft community as well, with collabs with Ranboo, and of course joining the Misfits group with the likes of CBK, Sniffrish, and more from the same space. And that's what they are up to for the past year of 2022. But that really is not all. We have to go back to MCC Rising a bit. As you have already known, MC and Bilso are friends with Tubbo, and are often seen with each other a lot. So, for the next canon event, MCC 18, Tubbo was joined by MC and Bilso for his perspective, with them being cheerleaders and celebrating Tubbo's very first win.
Everyone!
MC would then appear in MCC Pride 22 and officially debuted in MCC 23 with an already well-suited chemistry of them and Ranboo. And they, MC, are known to literally private messaging everyone in each event, with them being the top chatter of some events. Yeah, really. Now, do you remember that sense of time thing that I told you, right? Well, MCC 24 was an eye-opening for them, as the team of Silent Coyotes won the game itself after so many unfortunate events, causing them, MC, to well, like the game more, I think.
Did I do okay? Did I do okay? Did I do okay?
You did amazing!
Did I do? We won!
Apart from MCC, this team really is the most popular of them all after Rising. MC's content is now focused more on SMPs and variety content from Origins SMP to Area Unknown. They also now host a brand new podcast called Coffeecast as well with, guess, you know, that person, that guy, yep, he's there. Only Me is still in his roots of PvP related content, but branched out to more tournaments and variety content. And especially also that modded SMP that Tubbo made. Like, dude, Tubbo, it's too many SMPs, really. Bilso is still focused more on just chatting streams and heavy collabs with content creators in the same space. Yeah, he seems to be like that streamer, but in the UK. I'm not mentioning that streamer's name, of course, but if you're in a Twitch scene a lot, then you may know who, yeah. And Max GG's is still praying to be an MCC at some point, and is still doing plenty of variety IRL content at this point on his streams, and roasting his chat. No way, dude. Roasting his chat, no way. Their story doesn't stop there, and it's never going to end anytime soon. Like, really, anytime soon. This is Green Geckos. That team very much has a very bright future ahead, indeed. With MC, Bilso, so many content creators out there, they really have a bright future, indeed. Now, next week is the team's announcement, and that also comes with a player profile to top up the announcements of. So, who would that be? You decide. It's time for you to decide who you'd like to see in the next player profile. Either A, Hannah XX Rose.
I got Gumi.
I killed him.
Oh, damn it. No, sorry, stacked up, sorry. Seven solo, one Hannah.
Killed
Yes,
Satnap.
Hannah, you
Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running.
You're correct, Hannah.
Keep running.
Fuck, he got me. I got 7 kills! I got 7 kills!
Let's go!
Let's go.
B, Sylvie.
Same, there's someone.
I'm jumping down.
Yeah, we do.
Tons is like 6 HP. Hey, behind you, Sylvie. Yep, there we go. Tubbo's low if you can kill him.
Oh, Tubbo's low. Tubbo's super low.
Yes, Sylvie!
We won!
Easy!
Tell me your...
C. Ginelli.
What the fuck? Holy shit! Goes on the other side.
I didn't know what side.
No,
Sorry.
You got top 10 though. You got top 10. You got 60.
The carry.
G.
Or D. Blushy.
What?
We have one more. You have one more.
Yes! Oh my god!
To vote, go to the Community tab on the MCC Live Show YouTube page or the link in the description. Voting closes on Sunday, March 5th at 9 PM GMT, in which the poll will be removed and the results will be posted after. The chosen player will be featured in the next player profile and history segment in the next Behind the Dome episode. Make your decision wisely. It's the girls this time around, and of course I can't wait to look into their history in the tournament, as well as plenty more next week, depending on you guys' decision, of course. Yeah, really, those four, Hannah, Sylvie, Ginelli, Bushy, they are all great content creators, really. Now, that's it, really, for this episode of Behind the Dome. Again, it is a long one, of course, but as we settle in, these episodes will go back to normal at some point. Copium, of course. So, next week, MCC team announcements. Which players or which of your favorites will be in the next event? And what duo will be in the next event? You can find out in the next week's edition of Behind the Dome on next Saturday. You heard it right, next Saturday. I need time to make those teams overview segment, and that between the last announcement and Behind the Dome is a 2.5 hour gap. It's yeah, not feasible. So as well as that, the self promo here, there's gonna be a live stream on Duechayapol Gaming that is me literally reacting to the teams on Thursday and Friday. Link to that channel is down below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course keep on watching Duechayapol. There's more great stuff on the hand. Rule videos still up and running as usual, and yeah, I'll see you guys again next Saturday. Bye bye.